Today is the 25th of March, and to be honest, it's one of the most exciting days in my life. It's also one of the most important days in the history of the property industry. I'm standing here in Google, on Google's premises. I've been very kindly brought here to take a look, and I'm like a kid in a candy store. Why am I a kid in a candy store? Google revolutionized the internet. How did they do that? They improved the user experience, they gave it to everybody, and they made it easy. And because of that, people used it, and it revolutionized an industry. Do you know that 49% of the world's wealth is held in property? And yet only 3% of the world's population actually owns property. In a first world country, the leader of the first world, America, only 61% of the population actually owns property. And yet, for centuries, property and land has been the restore. It's the age-old principle in how wealth is held. So why is it not available to everybody? Well, it's going to be. What we are going to do through Wealth Migrate and through Wealth Create is effectively revolutionize the property industry. We are going to make it accessible to everyone. As our mission statement said, we're going to take an old age industry with lots of disparate, inefficient operators that are based all over the world, and we are going to combine them. We're going to combine them with the use of technology. We are going to create trust. We are going to create transparency. The underlying principle is that our interests are going to be aligned and that everyone will win. The investors will win. The developers will win. And most importantly, the whole system is symbiotic. We built the whole company, Wealth Migrate, on the principle of nature. You know, at the end of the day, birds and animals, they migrate from one place to the other. In winter, they go up, south or north, and in summer they go the other direction. Why? Because the environment is better. No longer the age-old principles of living in one place and dealing with the hardship, whether it's economic, financial, or currency. You'll migrate to wherever the best opportunities. Why hasn't people done that in the past? The reason is they didn't have the right information. But with our system now, they will have access to the right information. They will have the right partners, because that is our experience in finding the right partners globally. And most importantly, they'll have the ability to create wealth through property in a simple and transparent solution. The guys I met today have literally got the formula that we've been looking for in terms of the IT infrastructure. We now have everything in place. We will literally be launching, you must watch this space, at the Global Property Summit. You want to see how the world is going to change? You want to see how property is going to be revolutionized? Then come along to the Global Property Summit in May, because we will be explaining, we will be showing, we'll be demonstrating, and we will be going live. That's my commitment. We're standing here outside Google, and as Google revolutionized the internet, we are going to revolutionize the property industry. Come along to the Global Property Summit and we will show you how. This, ladies and gentlemen, is going to change the way we do business. In the same way as in 1910, cars were only available to the really wealthy. They were bespoke, they were built literally for wealthy people. Then Henry Ford came along and he said, we're going to make it available to the masses. You can have any color, but it's got to be black. And he created a car, he created automation, and he ultimately revolutionized the transportation industry. Well, ladies and gentlemen, property, whether it's residential, commercial, development, and even more so international property, is only available to the really top end. And it's going to change. It's going to change. We are going to create the Model T Ford. We are going to create a product that is available to everyone. We are going to take the property industry, which effectively is in the same stage of its infancy as the car industry 100 years ago, and we are going to accelerate it forward, and we are going to make it to have a simple system similar to what Google did to the internet. And that's why I was so excited to come here, stand in front of Google's premises. It's amazing, walking around here, the energy, the people, and the innovation. This is the future, ladies and gentlemen. It's all about nature. If you have 25 birds flying together, they can go 70% further than one bird on its own. It's 20th century thinking nowadays to do it on your own, to do it in one asset class, to do it in one currency. It's all about working together. It's about having the right information and the right partners. 25th of March 2014, watch this space. We're going to change the world. Come along to the Global Property Summit and I'm going to show you how. And if you're watching this video after the Global Property Summit, well, just see what we're doing, because this is going to revolutionize the property industry. And the best part is, it'll allow not only South Africans, not only people in the emerging world, but people in the first world to create global wealth through property. our intention. Everyone around the world will get access to property. Everyone will get access to the ability to create wealth from the #1 asset class worldwide that people retain wealth in, and the #1 asset class for centuries that has helped create wealth. And you now will have access to it. It's exciting, it's fun, but most importantly, you have the opportunity to get involved. Enjoy yourself.